Good morning, everybody. I am here actually with a video for parents. I was thinking this weekend about how hard what you're doing has to be. And given the fact that we still have a whole nother month of school, we've been doing this for a month. Hopefully things are going to start opening up so like you can go to work, but your kids still can't go to school. So these are kind of my 5 tips for you guys on how to continue this at-home teaching, distance learning mess that we're in. So if you would like to hear my 5 tips, please stick around. Okay. Tip number 1, be kind to yourself. Say that with me. Be kind to yourself. I know that was a very teacher thing to do, but I forget to be kind to myself, and I can't imagine trying to do what you guys are doing. Teaching is hard for teachers. Trying to teach your child when it's not what you're trained to do has to be unimaginably hard. So be kind to yourself. Know that you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. If you ask my students, they'll tell you I make mistakes all the time. Let your kid know that. Let them know that you're not perfect. You're going to make mistakes, so it's okay for them to. But you're going to do this together, and it's okay for whatever happens to happen, because you're going to do your best, and you're going to make mistakes, but that's okay. So again, tip number 1 is be kind to yourself, because this is an unimaginably hard situation. Okay, so tip number 1, be kind to yourself. Tip number 2 is give your student choices. A lot of you know this as like just a parenting technique. So the 2 choices that you give them, the most important thing is to remember that you need to be okay with either one that they pick. So would you like to do reading or math first? If for some reason they can't choose between those 2 things, say, okay, we're going to do math first, but would you like to start with number 1 or number 2? Like, give them choices so that they feel like they have some ownership over what they're doing. It's not just you making them do this stuff. You're giving them boundaries, but they get to kind of pick where they go within those boundaries. Same thing with like, if they need a break, you are their parent. You know what they need more than anybody else. If they need a break, please give them a break. There are times when I'm teaching and I can tell that they need a break, and I'm like, you know what, guys? Everybody stand up, take some breaths, like we're going to do a brain break, whatever. Do what they need, but then give them choices within that. I can tell that you need a break. You have 5 minutes. Would you like to color a picture, or would you like to read a book? Would you like to play outside? Would you like to build something with your Legos? Like, you know, whatever it is. But give them some choices so that they have the ownership over that. That will help them want to do that. And if you are consistent with it, all right, I'm going to set the timer 5 minutes. Let's go. They will catch on to that, and any kind of arguments or fighting that they have typically lessens. Doesn't mean always. Kids are kids, but it usually will get a little bit easier for you. All right, tip number 3 is, it's a hard one for teachers. It's a hard one for me. It's going to be hard for you because these are your babies, but you need to embrace the struggle, okay? The struggle is when you give them something to do, like a math problem, and they're like, I don't know what to do, and you end up walking them through it. Let them struggle through it. It is okay if they get it wrong. It is absolutely okay, because they have not mastered any of these skills yet. Even if we are doing a review lesson, they haven't mastered it. And for example, word problems, when I taught 5th grade, just as hard for 5th graders as they are for 1st graders. So it's okay to just let them struggle and let them have a hard time. Again, this is a great time for a choice. All right, I want you to do number 1. I am not going to help you. Would you like to work on it by yourself for 3 minutes or 4 minutes? Give them some choices over how long they're going to work on that, but let them struggle. Let them do as much as they can by themselves. Then you can go in and walk them through it and help them correct that work. Embracing the struggle is super important, but step number 4 is just as important, and that is having them explain their thinking, okay? If they got it wrong, ask them to walk you through what they did. Are they getting confused on their sounds? Did they think was the letter N? Did they think, a really good one is dr, the DR blend is a J. So if they said, I need a drink and spelled it J-I-N-K, they're confused about something. So have them walk you through what they were thinking, okay? That will help you then, here's the key, go back and fix their mistakes. In my class, I tell them that mistakes are good. Mistakes help our brains grow, but we have to fix our mistakes. So it's okay to get it wrong, but we need to go back and get it right, even if that means that somebody's helping us. So, have them explain what they were thinking, and then go back and fix their mistake with them. You have to do 3 and 4. You can't just do one or the other. You gotta push them. Teachers struggle with this all the time. I hate watching my kids struggle, and I just want to go and explain it to them so that they can get it right. But I also know that that's not going to help them. So embracing the struggle is great, but I also need to make sure that I teach them the correct way if they get it wrong. So make sure you do both of those things. And that kind of brings us to tip number 5. We've been in quarantine for a month. We have a whole nother month of school, plus then we have the 2 months that we are out of school for summer break. And then who knows if we'll be able to go back to school in August or not. Fingers crossed we can. But in the event that something happens and we can't, this is going to be super important for you. Okay, you ready? Don't give up. You are doing your best. You are working so hard. And we as teachers know that you're doing your best and that you are working hard. So don't give up. Your kid needs you to help them because I can't. Because your teacher can't. We can't be there for them the way that you can. So please, please, please don't give up. I know that a lot of parents are like, this is hard. I'm tired of fighting with my kid. I just want them to go play outside because I do not understand this whole quick 10s and 1s thing. That's fine. I understand that. But please, if you are to that point, reach out to your teacher. See if there is something that they can do. Reach out to me, even if I am not your student's teacher. Do something. Reach out to somebody so that you can get some extra support because this is unimaginably hard. But don't give up because what you're doing is also super, super important. So those are my 5 tips. Again, number 1, be kind to yourself. Number 2, give your student choices. Number 3, embrace the struggle. Number 4, have them explain their thinking and then fix the mistake. And then number 5 is don't give up. You guys are doing great. We are super proud of you. Let us know what we can do to help, and I will see you in my next one.